In the last episode, I told you about the exercise I conduct to let people realize what's going on in their heads. It's just a very silly situation for demonstrating the control of our minds. People are missing out on incredible opportunities all the time because of what's going on in their head. They make bad decisions based on that really bad frame of mind. You know the kind of self-limiting thoughts many of us have? I can't do this, I'm not good enough, I don't have the talent, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, and many such more. But then you never get to implement the wonderful ideas and that real incredible potential you have. But that just stays locked up in you all your life. Remember, what thoughts you are nurturing impact the things that you experience. Let me tell you about Arjun, whom I had mentored. Of course, it's not the real name. Arjun had started working as a software developer in a mid-sized tech company. Being my college type, we were in touch because of a personality test he had taken. He suddenly called me up and said, "Sir, I feel stuck in this career and I'm no longer enjoying it. I'm not able to break through to the next level. I feel frustrated, sir, even though I know I am much more capable than the colleagues in my team." We talked. I could empathize with him. He suffered from a really bad frame of mind. A frame of mind filled with all kinds of self-limiting thoughts like, I can't do that, I am not good enough, I don't have the talent, etc. A classic case of imposter syndrome. It's normally seen in many young professionals when they enter sales. As we talked, he told me about the struggles at his work front. I told him the story of Shrikant Bola, the sightless with a vision, the first blind who passed out of MIT from the US and set up an industry in India. Check out the link above to know more about his story. I talked about the success rules to him and that success is not just about hard work and talent. It comes when coupled with the right mindset. We discussed a book called Mindset, the New Psychology of Success by Carol Dweck, where she speaks about embracing challenges, learning from failures, and persevering in the face of obstacles. By the end of our conversation, Arjun realized the importance to open up and change. He agreed to read the book and said he'll catch up with me in a few days. Well, days became weeks and weeks became months. After about 2 months, I get a WhatsApp message. "Sir, can I speak to you today?" Knowing that these talks generally go on for a long time, and that too, much to the annoyance of the others at home, I said, "Let's talk after dinner." 9:30 p.m.? 9:30 p.m. the mobile started buzzing and it was Arjun. We started talking and Arjun sounded excited. He said, "Sir, last time when we spoke, I was filled with self-doubt and the fear of failure. Because of it, I had overworked to prove myself. The problem aggravated because of my difficulty in asking for help from my colleagues. Inspired by our conversation and realizing the need to address the imposter syndrome which I had nurtured, I started reading the book and worked on my mindset. I realized that the first step involves recognizing and accepting my limitations. I realized that is not a harm. And there is no harm in seeking help or guidance or acknowledging that I cannot have all the answers." I reached out to a college mate of mine and who's a colleague in the same company, Arav, to discuss how he was managing, whom I had presumed was doing very well. We caught up in the coffee shop outside after work and I opened up about my situation to Arav and Arjun. Arav said he too was in the same situation, but because of his immediate boss, who became his mentor later, he was able to overcome. "I know you, Arjun," said Arav. "You were way better than me right from our college days. But because of your unsubstantiated fears, you are now limiting yourself. For people to know about your potential, they need to know you. You need to talk and not be afraid of asking questions or getting feedback from your team members," said Arav. "Use their insights to improve and work better. Be ready to help others too." But you need to get out of your self-limiting cocoon that you have made around yourself due to your fears. Start with your team. Talk to them. Volunteer to do something. And try to do something which is limiting you or scaring you. Arjun then said to me, that talk was a hard hitting and straight to the heart. And I realized the mindset I needed to change. So next week in office, I got a small chance to volunteer for a project. And it was a success. Things changed suddenly. And the team started looking at me differently. They started talking to me. And I'm enjoying the work environment, sir, said Arjun. I could sense that happiness in his voice. That's very good. Keep it going, I said. I'm happy you have broken out of your comfort zone and started delivering performance beyond expectations. As I hung up, I realized it was rather an unusually short call, but I felt happy for Arjun as he had found his North Star. He had unlocked his potential with the shift in his mindset.